Hello friends! In this video you'll see how the actors of the TV series The Dukes of Hazzard 1979-1985 changed. You'll know their real names and age. I will show you how they looked then and what's with them now. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go! Luke Duke, Tom Wopat, is a friend and relative of Bob, because of which they often get into different situations. He is well developed physically, has a good-natured temper, and is not used to act impulsively. Can skydive, drives well, and has good boxing skills. Boss Hogg is Lulu's lover and also holds the position of commissioner in Hazzard. He is distinguished by immorality and greed, which helped him become wealthy. He likes white collar. Who died of colorectal cancer in 1994. Cooter is the owner of a car repair shop and the brother of Longstreet B. He does various kinds of mechanical repairs and also does paint work car. He is often seen wearing dirty, greasy work clothes and a yellow cap. He walks with messy hair, played by Ben Jones. Anons Sonny Schroyer is a police officer in Hazzard, where he holds the position of deputy sheriff, and he is also on good terms with Luke and Bob. He is quite honest, not afraid of real difficulties, and used to do his job well. Loves to fish very much. Coy Duke is a good friend and brother of Wentz, with whom he helped the Duke's family. He's a smiling blonde who has a rather loving nature and can often be seen in the company of girls. Coy feels confident driving a car. The role was played by Byron Cherry. Sheriff Little is an employee of the Chickasaw Police Department who didn't like Sheriff Coltrane. He has a stern disposition and clearly follows the rules. He often wore a helmet and sunglasses, played by Don Pedro Colley, who died in 2017 of cancer. Lulu Hogg is Boss Hogg's love interest and is kinship to Roscoe Coltrane. She is a puffy woman with an excellent appetite and a rather moral nature. Lulu is somewhat jealous and can be impatient, played by Peggy Rhea, who died of heart failure in 2011. Barnes often works in tandem with Warren, engaging in criminal activities, killing people by order. He seeks to be unnoticed and eliminates random eyewitnesses. He uses a rifle as a murder weapon, played by Bob Hastings, who died of prostate cancer in 2014. Doc Appleby is an employee at Capitol Hospital. He understands the symptoms of diseases, injuries, and can prescribe needful treatment or help, and often takes delivery. Differs in patience and politeness, played by Parley Bear, who died of a stroke in 2002. Georgia works for Anna Lewis, who had a non-reciprocal romantic interest. He usually wears a three-piece suit with a tie and has dark, somewhat puffy curly hair, knows how to play checkers, and gets along well with the chimpanzee Mr. Jones, played by Mike Morrow. Huey Hogg is the natural nephew of Boss Hogg. He resembles his uncle in many ways, both in color preferences and personality. Huey is fearless, often resorts to blackmail, deceit. He was played by Jeff Altman. Earring runs bank robberies with Tom Colt and Wendell. He's observant and sometimes can lose his head at the sight of a pretty girl and forget about the case. Likes three-piece suits, played by Art Johnson, who died of a bladder and prostate cancer in 2019. Bo Duke is Luke's cousin and is also on good terms with him. He can be impulsive and often doesn't care what he's doing, attracting trouble, knows how to shoot a bow and professionally drive a car, differs in an athletic physique. He was played by John Schneider. Sheriff Brady Beard was subordinate to Boss Hogg, whom he tried not to contradict. He is not too ambitious, and in his whole life he never moves out of his parents. Brady enjoyed being a sheriff, played by Dick Sargent, who died in 1994 of prostate cancer. Burl Tolliver is one of the residents of Hazzard and is in debt to Boss Hogg. He breeds and sells horses, but his horses are of low quality. It's not uncommon to see him in a plaid shirt, played by Mel Tillis, who died of respiratory failure in 2017. Jason Steele often fills orders with Dawson and is a professional bounty hunter. He values his time, will not work for low pay, and treats those who pay more well. He wears a small mustache and is often seen wearing a suit. He was played by William Smith. Sheriff Rosco Coltrane is Lulu's brother and is also involved in various Boss Hogg schemes. He can act somewhat impulsively and enjoys chasing down intruders. Roscoe pretty bad driving, played by James Best, who died from complications of pneumonia in 2015. Uncle Jess is a close relative of Daisy and her cousins. He is distinguished by good nature, prudence, and treats his family well, supporting at the right moments. Jess able to brew moonshine, played by Denver Pyle, who died of lung cancer in 1997. Vance Duke is related to Luke and Jess, whom he will not refuse help if necessary. He's a well-built, handsome man with a charming smile. Vance knows how to play football and swims well, played by Christopher Mayer, who died of natural causes in 2011. Cletus Breakers is somewhat related to Boss Hogg and was also subordinate to the local sheriff. He's rather good-natured, but still participates in the illegal affairs of brother for the sake of money. Cletus is not distinguished by high intelligence. Myrtle Tillingham, Lindsay Bloom, is a relative of Boss Hogg and an employee of the telephone company. She often helps her cousin by listening to calls or reading telegrams and promptly reporting interesting information to him, able to notice important details. Longstreet B. Davenport owns a garage with his brother and does auto repair and related work. He is friendly and gets along well with the Dukes. He has tousled hair and wears a cap, played by Ernie Lively, who died of cardiac complications in 2021. Dawson Alan Autry is Steele's partner. He's a mercenary who, for a fee, will find the right person and deliver them where they are ordered, although sometimes he's not very enthusiastic about his work. He dislikes when his tricks doesn't work the way he expects. Carter is one of the smugglers who is engaged in the steal and sale of jewelry. He is quite quick-witted, dexterous, and can behave somewhat unceremoniously. He knows how to use firearms and can easily take possession of someone else's car, played by Brad Halsey. Customer monitors his appearance and time after time visits a local barbershop with a familiar master to have a shave or cut his hair. He can be somewhat overreacting when it comes to his property, mostly wears shoulder-length hair, played by Dennis Haskins. Billie Jean, Audrey Landers, is a beautiful girl who is connected with the underworld. She is not accustomed to doubting herself or her actions, behave quite imperiously, and may well organize a kidnapping. Jean knows how to drive both the car and the truck well. The balladeer, Voice, has an ear for music as well as good diction. He spoke in the front of the public more than once and didn't meet negative criticism at the same time, played by Waylon Jennings, who died of complications from diabetes in 2002. Fred Andris Edwards is in a romantic relationship with Susie Holmes, which developed into a marriage. He is professionally engaged in farming and is a rather hard-working and purposeful guy. For the sake of his beloved, he is even ready to risk his life. Tony Brubaker works for a road maintenance organization. He's a strong man who is not afraid to work with his hands and has a fairly quick reaction. He knows how to hold a conversation and is able to work in a team. Daisy Duke is Jess' niece. She is an attentive and rather brave girl with a kind soul. Daisy knows how to drive a car well, rides a motorcycle well, and is also able to fix them. Knows how to properly handle firearms. The role was played by Catherine Bagg. Cassius Claiborne works at the Osage County Police Station, where he holds the position of commissioner. He's confident, observant, and responsible. Often wears mirrored sunglasses, played by Morgan Woodward, deceased of non-communicable disease in 2019. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please share it on social networks, like it, and of course subscribe to the channel.